So, Chaos versus Order, the big debate from 2019 that changed Splatoon forever. Having gotten a Chaos victory so many years ago and finally now entering Splatoon 3, it's hard not to wonder what Splatoon 3 would be like if Team Order had won the Final Fest in Splatoon 2. What all would be different if we didn't take our trip down to the City of Chaos and instead found a more orderly place to settle down outside of Inkopolis? So, what would Splatoon 3 be like if Team Order had won Splatoon 2's Final Fest? Well, for one, the location would probably be the best place to start analyzing first. Would Splatsville still be the City of Chaos if Order won? Personally, I think so because the way Nintendo worded Splatsville, it seemed like it had a reputation in the lore of already being the City of Chaos before Inklings started migrating there. Which means the rapid boom that Splatsville had in its development probably wouldn't have happened. This would mean things like Hammerhead Bridge may not have ended up being finished like how we saw it in the current version of Splatoon 3. It also means that we now have to find a City of Order. Personally, I've got two ideas as to where the City of Order could be. One's a little far-fetched, and one makes sense in the lore. But before we get into that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Did you love playing Moray Towers and Clan Blitz in Splatoon 2? Well, then I've got the perfect game for you. That's right, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends has absolutely dominated the video game industry. Raid Shadow Legends is easily the best looking game in my intellectual opinion, with its console-level experience being brought straight into your smartphone. Raid Shadow Legends takes the bar from here and brings it all the way over here. Of all Raid's champions, my favorites are Herndig. He's the type of dude to bring a gun to a knife fight, and with his third skill, he hits a single target like a Big Mac truck right into a little garage. But my favorite champion is Cleopatrix. Now you may be thinking, why do you like Cleopatrix? Is it because you spend too much time on Reddit? No, Cleopatrix is just like the thing I saw in the woods last night. She's a skinwalker. I played Raid for 4 hours straight once and it was an experience I will never forget. And here's the big news. Raid just released a superpowered legendary version of everyone's favorite champion, Death Knight. The whole Raid community has been looking forward to this for a very long time, and Ultimate Death Knight is everything we'd hoped for. He's powerful and he's perfect, and the best part is that everyone can get him for free just by logging in. All you've got to do is play Raid for 7 days between now and October 27th, and you'll add Ultimate Death Knight to your collection. Easy. There's seriously never been a better time to get started. But wait, there's more. You can also use the DK Rises promo code for a bunch of free items to instantly level up your strongest champion all the way to level 50. 5-star Ascension promo code is available for both new and existing players. But wait, there's more news. Right now, Raid's running an amazing trick-or-treat Halloween promotion where you can win a bunch of real-life and in-game prizes, including a $1,000 Amazon gift card and some of the best epic and legendary Halloween champions in Raid. The best part? It's all free and super easy. All you need is your Raid player ID. Just download Raid with my link in the description, then head to trickortreat.plarium.com to make it even easier. I linked that in the description too. From there, you enter your details and then spin the wheel and get your prize. That's it. Don't wait around. The special event runs from October 15th to November 5th, and once it's over, so be fast. If you haven't started playing Raid yet, then click the link in the description or scan my QR code on screen. You'll get a unique bonuses worth $30. Talking the epic free champion Aina, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in the game. Raid Shadow Legends. It's definitely a game. The first place I'd think for a City of Order could be developed would be Inkopolis Bay. Yes, Inkopolis Bay is canon. No matter how much I hate that, it's true and it's still canon. We've seen what a non-canonical conception of Inkopolis Bay could look like with Project Splatoon 3, the fan-made Splatoon 3, before we knew that Splatoon 3 was even real. And it looks really cool, and it looks like it wouldn't be something that hard for Nintendo to adapt if they decided to have taken the Inkopolis Bay and ran with it. However, I think there's another option that's a lot more better suited for a potential Order Splatoon 3. That being Callie and Marie's hometown of Calamari County. Located east of Inkopolis, Calamari County is a place that's been mentioned in the lore since 2015, and we've never truly seen what it looks like before. A mass Inkling migration to a most likely rural area of Incadia, which, if you didn't know, is the country where Inkopolis and Splatsville are, then quickly developed into a massive, orderly place just seems like just as good of an explanation as Inklings developing Splatsville from a rundown city to a chaotic focal point that's in Splatoon 3. However, it is also possible that Splatsville could have also been transformed into the City of Order if Nintendo wanted to make it so. We didn't know that it was a City of Chaos until Nintendo already revealed Splatsville as a thing, so outside of the location, what else would change? I don't think weapons would change very much outside of some of the designs. Like maybe for like the Stringer and the Splatana, we see more of like some futuristic looking weapon there. I don't think they need to change much. I think they could adapt those pretty easily. But what about the campaign? Well, for one, I think instead of seeing the return of Octavio, we'd see the return of Commander Tartar. This is because Tartar and CQ chose Team Order, and we saw that the winning team's villain came back briefly in Splatoon 3's campaign. Though Tartar having a redemption similar to Octavio's doesn't exactly make the most sense. Unless Captain 3 was slotted out within the story and then Agent 8 was put into the place of the Captain, because Captain 3, while having some connection to Tartar, doesn't have that strong of a link that 8 has to Tartar. Regardless, Grizz was definitely always intended to be the villain no matter the ending of the Final Fest due to his neutral status and his overall sus dude mentality. I think Grizz would still probably have the same intentions and motivations as he had in our Splatoon 3. We can see this because we saw the runes of Arc Polaris before we knew what the hell a Splatocalypse was, and we can assume that Nintendo had this idea of Grizz coming from Arc Polaris way before that. I think what's more important than the story changing from a hypothetical Order story would be what happens after the Order campaign ending. We basically know that Lil Judd is running Grizzco in our timeline after the campaign, but who would run it if Lil Judd wasn't? Well, it could still be Little Judd, but I've got another idea. That being Sea Cucumber. If you didn't know, when we got the Final Fest promos for the Final Fest, each character explained their motives for choosing the team they were on. And despite CQ's seemingly neutral attitude after Octo Expansion, they are in no way neutral as they're grouped in with Tartar with the same ideas as Tartar. This is relevant because Lil Judd just so happens to be grouped in with none other than DJ Octavio, which leads me to believe that if Order had won, CQ would have been the one that took over Grizzco after Mr. Grizz's defeat, which I think is a lot more important than how the base campaign is affected. But to wrap it up, the last thing that would change is the overall culture. Clothing would probably be a lot more put together than what we got in Splatoon 3. I think we'd see a lot more quote-unquote advanced technology, but I really don't know what that would entail. But really, that's it. I don't think a whole lot on the surface would change with an Order victory, but the roots would change a ton, and honestly, not really for the best. I don't think Tartar would work well with the slot that Octavio has, unless Agent 8 played a role in the campaign instead of Captain 3, and I don't think CQ has the same link to Grizzco that Lil Judd has, and Splatoon just being more of an orderly game just doesn't really sound like Splatoon. So maybe it's a good thing that Chaos won. But anyways, that's it for me. Are you happy that Chaos won the Final Fest after playing Splatoon 3? Let me know in the comments. Alright gamers, see ya.